Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad.
No, I didn't.
Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. I found you, girl, and that's enough, cause you were sent from up above. I found you, girl, and that's enough, cause you were sent from up above. Felicidades a ti. Felicidad, 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 felicidad. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Y ese año lo pasé las Navidades amargando. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. I found you, girl, and that's enough, 'cause you were sent from up above. I found you, girl, and that's enough, 'cause you were sent from up above. Felicidades a ti. Felicidad, 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 felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Happy holidays. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad. Felicidades. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Oh. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad
Yeah, Manny, too.
y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gender Blender podcast, where we blur the line in the gender divide. We have Jenny producing the show today, Alex Christenegger today. So, si el show un tollo, blame her. Nah, blame Alex for not being
Blame
here.
Alex.
No, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna lower the music, channel 10 or 11, whatever. There we go.
We need your camera too.
Yeah, we need you on camera, boo. You know how to pull the camera? All right. Let's see how we doing. Nada, te tiramos de cabeza. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this show a little different today. Welcome back, Manny the Infused Chef, to the show.
I'm back.
He brought us a special treat.
Cierra la puerta.
Cierra la puerta, Manny. So, Manny, tell us what you got here.
Well, we have. So here we have an infused, a microdose infused buffalo wings and honey barbecue. You got some blue cheese. This is not infused. The blue cheese.
Thank
is
God. I
not infused.
love blue cheese.
So 2 to 3 wings will hail somewhere around 2 to 4 milligrams THC max.
Can you explain what a microdose is?
A microdose just means the amount of the dose, micro meaning mini or small.
Right.
And the dosage is how much THC you're actually getting and cannabinoids in the food, in the infusion.
Okay.
So with this is what we call a very light and safe introductory dosage. So for someone who doesn't have experience, this is perfect. For someone who does have experience, this is okay. For a novice and an amateur, it's right around there. Someone who has more experience should probably have 4 to 5 times this dosage here.
How much can we eat to be safe?
So each of you guys here can have.
Except me.
Each of you guys can have here about 3 to 4 wings.
I'm sure he made some that does not have weed for you.
Oh, thank
Because
you,
of your
thank you.
job.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes,
Cryptic can
yes.
have some that are non-infused.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
not
And
infused.
we'll get we'll get those to him. And then obviously the blue cheese. So I promised that I would come back, right? And I would bring
Yes,
this to you guys.
yes.
Well,
Thank
man of
you.
your word.
I just like to fulfill my word and follow through on that.
And you know what's crazy? Inez, I promised to bring you some this time because she was mad at me. Like,
Inez
yeah.
is not here.
No,
No,
she
you're
couldn't
not
make it
here.
The second time you come and she.
yo, second time. I think she's
I'm telling
avoiding
there's
you.
always
Yeah.
some-
Inez, if you're avoiding me, I don't bite and I'm married. So
No, for personal reasons, twice. For last time was her job, this time personal reasons she couldn't make it today. But I'll definitely bring her some of this stuff. She
I
lives
can't
nearby.
wait.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Your coquito had me.
Yo, I was.
Yo,
Awesome.
your Coquito had her wishing her son a happy birthday like a week early.
pre-birthday vibes.
Pre-birthday.
Yo.
This funny, Joe. Tell him the story. Tell him the story.
The shit hit me when we were in the car on the way. So for some reason, I don't know why I thought that that day was like at 12 it was gonna be my son's birthday.
Right.
I was a day too early, so I'm rushing him to take
You're
me
out
home.
flying on the highway.
I get home, I'm like, Papi, I made it. He's like, what? I made it. Happy birthday.
Tomorrow,
He's
Mom.
like, it's tomorrow, Mom. I'm like, ay, Dios mío. I
Yo,
knew
I
it.
was cracking up.
I knew it was tomorrow. You know, the next day. It's just at that moment, I got so
It
damn.
wasn't Friday, it was Saturday.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
she was like, "Oh, I want to get." I'm like, "I'll get you on my midnight to wish your son a happy birthday." I said,
Yo,
"You get
me, when I didn't feel it at all till I got home, and I just like, just watching TV, and all of a sudden, just this warmth all over me. I was like, damn, isn't it supposed to be cold?
No.
And I'm like sweating and stuff. So I go to sleep, and I had like the most peacefulest, calmest dream. I can't tell you what it was.
Sleep, not good,
Yeah.
sleep.
He was walking down
But-
the aisle and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
REM sleep, REM sleep, it's the deep sleep.
But I mean, I've tried like
Your
edibles from other people, and it's been like, I've been all over the place. But with this one, yeah. But I was like calm and peaceful, so I really enjoyed it, man. I really did.
How was your experience?
I didn't get to drink.
You didn't get it.
No.
And neither did Chris.
I prayed.
Nah,
I prayed to the
unfortunately.
Lord Jesus to calm me down because I had to start work at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm like, Lord Jesus, bring this high down.
I'm telling you.
Amen.
Amen.
That's something that happens with a lot of people who they have edibles and they're not sure how to get it to come down. How do I get it to go away? And so there's different remedies that some people recommend. Some things work for others, some people don't.
I heard
A lot of people say caffeine, coffee.
coffee is
Coffee just really accelerates, right, your heart
Yeah.
rate and gives you a boost of energy. So maybe you won't feel so sluggish. I'm not saying coffee is the cure, but maybe that will work for you, maybe. But what I found in my experience is that exercise, walking a couple blocks, or moving around some, really tends to accelerate the and get the digestive system, get it out of your system, get it out of your body. So that's kind of something that's helped me in the past and helped to deal with some patients who have overconsumed, right? Because
Right.
we don't use the other term.
Right. So
Okay, good to know.
yeah, we know you're in a tight schedule.
Yes.
Thank you for definitely stopping by.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
So the bowl.
I got him.
So
I
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna pick it up at James.
Okay, great,
So
great.
The glazed ones here are
Yeah.
honey barbecue. These that are not glazed are buffalo. But mild buffalo, not too spicy.
Okay.
Okay, you let me know how you like it, and
Yes.
I'll be expecting your feedback. And thank
Sounds
you
good.
for
Don't go. We're gonna take.
If I don't wake
we're
up
gonna take a
tomorrow's
quick
your
break.
fault.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna set the show up. We're gonna start rolling. So play some music, whatever you want, on YouTube, and we're gonna talk off air real quick. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Private
2
chat,
minutes.
private
It's Gender Blender.
May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Tú no estabas junto a mí el año pasado. Y ese año lo pasé, las navidades amargando. Y ese año lo pasé, las navidades amargando. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido de mi lado. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. I found you, girl, and that's enough, cause you were sent from up above. I found you, girl, and that's enough, cause you were sent from up above. Felicidades a ti. Felicidad, 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 felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Happy holidays. Lots of joy and happiness your way. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad. Felicidades. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. Oh. De felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness amargado y ese año lo pasé, las navidades amargado y ese año lo pasé, las navidades amargado. Pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo, pero en esta Navidad recibí el mejor regalo y es que tú llegaste a mí y no te has ido
Yes,
de
ladies and
mi
gentlemen, it's Jen the
lado.
Blender.
Es que tú
Thanks for
llegaste a
sticking
mí
around. We're
y
going to
no
be
te
right
has
back in
ido de
30
mi
seconds.
lado. Felicidades a ti en esta Navidad y un próspero año lleno de felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. May this new year bring lots of joy and happiness your way. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. On this joyous Christmas day, I finally found what I wanted. I found you, girl, and that's enough, 'cause you were sent from up above. I found you, girl, and that's enough, 'cause you were sent from up above. Felicidades a ti. Felicidad, 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 felicidad. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Happy holidays.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, we're back, we're back. Thank you for that. We just had Manny the Infused Chef. Yes, I'm over here. I'm not invisible at the moment. I know I'm skinny, but I'm not invisible. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with this topic. I'm going to have Ellie introduce the topic, and we're going to play a quick video. So, Ellie, what you got for us this week?
I mean, this topic is not a happy one. So it has to do with this Cuban kid who is 26 years old. I don't know. I'm apologizing if I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. Is Rogel Aguilera Medoros. He was just sentenced 110 years in prison for an accident.
For those of you that are not familiar with if you're living under a rock and you're not familiar with what's going on, we're going to go play this video real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So, Jen, roll the clip.
110 years. That's how long a 26-year-old was sentenced today for an accident and crash that led to a fire on I-70 in 2019. 4 people died. Rahel Aguilera Medeiros was driving a semi-truck when it slammed and stopped into traffic in Lakewood. A jury found him guilty of 27 counts, including assault and vehicular manslaughter.
And the argument from family members and the prosecution was never that he intended to kill people that day, but that he made too many reckless mistakes. Here's 9 News reporter Katie Eastman.
Courtroom 130 was a tough place to be for 2.5 hours on Monday afternoon. The mother of Rahel Aguilera Medeiros cried out as the truck driver entered to begin his sentencing hearing.
These families have a hole in a place that's empty now.
Inside this room, heartbreak in every corner from the families of 4 people who were killed when Aguilera Medeiros lost control of the semi he was driving and crashed into traffic in April 2019. Miguel Arellano, Bill Bailey, Doyle Harrison, and Stan Politano died.
And I know that I don't get to have my dad for the rest of my life, but I hope that the defendant's son can have his dad for the rest of his life.
And it is exhausting to actually make the decision to stay alive every day.
The decision to stay alive.
I take the responsibility, but it wasn't intentional.
Aguilera Medeiros said he didn't understand why God made the decision to keep him alive.
I would have preferred God taking me instead of death, because this is no life.
People in this room spoke of life and loss, even forgiveness.
I am not angry at you.
But the law had the last word.
Because I will state that if I had the discretion, it would not be my sentence.
The sentence puts Aguilera Medeiros in prison for the rest of his life. Courtroom 130 was a tough place to be on Monday, but the hearts inside it will stay broken long after leaving. Katie Eastman, 9 News.
The judge said his hands were tied when it came to sentencing because Colorado's violent crime statute is specific. 9 News legal expert Scott Robinson says certain violent crimes require a minimum sentence for each victim, and they have to run consecutively, one after the other. Of the 27 counts the jury found him guilty of, a judge said 16 of them had to be sentenced consecutively. But Robinson says there is one way for violent crime sentences to be reduced. It just won't happen anytime soon.
Colorado's violent crime statute gives judges some discretion after 180 days have passed. Here, the sentencing judge, Bruce Jones, will have an opportunity to determine whether there were unusual and extenuating circumstances which would justify a reduction in the sentences imposed.
The judge gave an indication he would consider a motion like that down the road when he said he could not assure the courtroom this would be the end of this process.
So,
Unbelievable.
unreal. So,
No, that's heartbreaking.
did you see like the pain in his voice? Like you could see the real, like the legit remorse that this man is dealing with.
Yeah. It was a mistake. It
Now,
was
one
an
thi-
accident.
Yeah, of course. And one thing that stuck out to me, that whole video is not so much his reaction or whatever. It's the judge, what he said at the end, because he said if it was my sentence, it wouldn't be this. He has no control over that. Yes, he does.
Well,
No, the judge doesn't have control over the sentence.
it's the jurados. What's it called? The jury.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So
I
the
don't believe
judge would just say he's guilty or not guilty, and that's why when you're convicted of a crime, there's a separate hearing for your sentencing. So they don't sentence you right there. I can say you're guilty, you're gonna do life in prison. No, that's a whole separate process where they have to decipher what the penalty will be. Which kills me because let's be real, we've always said it. There's two types of justice systems in this country. There's one for minorities and there's one for Caucasians. It's not a race thing. It's just it is a race thing, but it's not a racist thing. It's just a real thing.
How America was built.
How America's built and how America acts. Like, look, we have this kid, right? Who they made a mockery out of the fucking justice system, right? Without getting into politics, right? So if you don't do politics on the show, but let's talk about the actual news, right? We're talking about a 17-year-old kid who crossed state lines and had a gun. First of all, you're too young to have a gun. That's your first offense, right? You have a gun, you cross state lines, and then you kill two people. Whether it was self-defense, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt of self-defense. From looking at the videos, it didn't look like self-defense. But let's say, all right, self-defense, valid. But at the same time, you cross state lines, right? You had a gun underage. You've already committed a crime by crossing state lines with an illegal.
And yet he was innocent.
And he walked.
And then he walked.
That's crazy to me.
But yet you have this young man, right? Hispanic young man.
Family man.
Family man.
Immigrant. Cubano.
Who's trying to provide for his
In
family.
Colorado.
Was there negligence in his part? Absolutely.
Yes.
And he admits it.
Right. But could the brakes have failed? Absolutely.
And that's what happened.
You know how I've been inside of a truck. I don't drive a truck, but I've been inside of you know how hard it is for a truck to brake? Like to hit those brakes and then they were like, oh, he should have like gone into the grassy field. Or he should have
I read that article.
Or he should have hit a divider to slow down. You think he's thinking about all of this when
Exactly. Everyone reacts different when something happens like that. You know, you don't know how you're gonna act. Yeah, it's so easy for me to say, yeah, that was me. I would have done this and that. But when you're in that exact moment,
you're not thinking about
you don't
that.
know.
Come on.
No,
now.
you're not thinking at all.
Really not.
You're right.
Your mind actually goes blank.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation.
It's an impact.
it's
If he was white, I'm sorry, but if he was
yeah,
white,
like again, we'll say the disclaimer.
I'm
We're not trying to be again. We say white in the context of being Caucasian. We're not trying to be racist on this show.
We're
any
not.
Of that. But we're stating just facts. It's just legit. Everybody knows there's unfortunately there's two types of justice systems.
It broke my heart when the girl that was speaking, she was like, something about that her father, that he can have his father, but she can never have her father ever again because he died. I mean, it's sad, but
it wasn't like he
exactly. It wasn't that he was out there and he was doing this shit
That's what he said.
on purpose.
Robbing, I wasn't doing
He even said it. He was like, I would have rather it would have been me.
Yeah.
He asks himself that question. It's like
unreal.
And then in Colorado,
110 years.
But in Colorado,
yep.
Because let's be. I think Colorado's like a red state. Is that what it is?
We're not getting into politics.
It's not getting into politics. It's not getting into politics. It's the same.
When you say red state, that's politics. That's
okay, but this is where I'm trying to get to.
I know.
But this is where I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm trying to get to. And you can put a disclaimer on me for what I'm about to say. It's fine. But this is just my
Go
opinion.
for it. I'm not censoring anybody. I'm just, we don't do politics.
If
Okay.
it would have been another race, things would have been different.
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. There's
In
different
Colorado.
justice systems.
In Colorado.
Not only Colorado, I think nationwide there's a discrepancy between. We spoke about it at the first show back, season 1, that the majority of people incarcerated are people of color. Like that's
absolutely.
Go ahead, yeah, you're the boss today. Shut me up, girl. I love you back there. You miss Alex. Alex next to you. They have like this little chemistry. Our other producer's missing today.
No, I was gonna say that I was like reading up on something the other day, and they were talking about how hard it is to kind of understand the differences. And it's something that I talk about sometimes in therapy. Like, you don't know what you don't know. So how can a white person ever experience what I've been through, and how can I ever experience what a white person has been through?
Which is why critical race theory is important, which a lot of people don't agree with. But critical race theory, this is a perfect, it's.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was bringing it back to, that what you had said actually 2 weeks ago kind of ties into this right now. They're never going to understand, but the truth is, yes, he's in Colorado, and unfortunately that is what's going to happen to him because he's of a different background.
Right.
I feel like they made an example out of him.
Absolutely. I believe so.
How many examples? There's so many.
Absolutely, honey.
But I mean, 110 years is excessive. I would have agreed with 15 max. Like, give him at 15, whatever. Like,
absolutely.
So where are the Latinos speaking up for him?
There's over a million signatures on a petition.
But that's what I'm trying to
Sign me up, Scotty.
I already did it. I'll send you the link.
Oh, send it to me.
There's a petition over a million signatures to try to
but
commute a sentence.
But what good is that going to do? Is that going to really work in this situation?
Petitions, the way petitions work. Petitions, if you have, I think the minimum is over 250,000 signatures for a petition. It goes to the White House. Petitions do work.
Now,
so when you see a petition, go make sure you sign it, because there's a certain threshold it has to meet for it to go to the government.
Because if I'm not mistaken, his mother, I think she had a bunch of signatures that she submitted to the judge while she was singing.
This is literally this is different.
An actual petition.
This is a national petition.
Oh, okay.
Whites, blacks, Hispanic, all walks of life are signing this petition.
So if that gets to what, 250,000?
I think there's a minimum threshold. Don't quote me on it, but I think the minimum is 250,000 legit signatures. Like, not a bootleg email. Like,
I really thought that wasn't like that really wasn't gonna do anything. But if it is, then
you can try it.
I'll sign. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to Google that fact right now as we speak. So keep talking.
It's an unfortunate situation. It angered me. I was emotional. It saddened me that this poor kid will now
never.
And how old is he? 26 now.
Wow.
All right,
this
so
happened
check
in
this
2019.
Yes, and I got the facts for you in regards to the petition. So to cross the first threshold and be searchable within the WhiteHouse.gov, a petition must reach 150 signatures within 30 days. Accomplished, right? To cross the second threshold and require a response, a petition must reach 100,000 signatures between 30 days. So this petition has already surpassed that by 1 million. So the White House has to look at it, because this is the people of your country saying we have a problem here. Yeah. So they cannot just ignore it. So
but what are the probabilities of it being reduced?
Well, it's gonna take years.
It's gonna take years, but it's gonna.
But there's a big possibility that if enough people keep pushing and pushing and pushing, he will get out at least when he's like 50.
Yeah.
And I know that sucks to say and hear, but like, think about it this way: the woman that Kim Kardashian kind of, because Ellie kind of mentioned that earlier, I think she got out and she did it like a hefty amount of time.
Yeah.
But it was, I think,
the female that killed her rapist.
Yeah. So but she ended up getting out. I mean, if enough people catch a wave of something, they will stand up. We just have to believe in that. I mean, this is this country, right? That's what this country stands for.
Right.
United, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of all nations, right? So of all national backgrounds. So that's the hope, that with these type of petitions and these type of conversations, when you grab enough buzz, you have to do something. Yep. This has nothing to do with anything, but
Yeah, the
The
power
rail.
side,
Holding the
power.
handrail.
and they had their book back on, a guy would come and grab their breasts. And she said that it happened to one of her friends, and one of her friends like ran out and like got to the policeman and was like, "Yo, some guy just grabbed me, like he's a fucking crazy guy and whatever." And they were like, "Yeah, but he's black, and we're not trying to like arrest black people
Really?
because of like
Wow.
certain, you know, because of
Wow.
all." My mom was like, "It doesn't matter what his fucking
Yeah.
skin color is. He fucking sexually harassed someone."
Right.
And it was like my mom was like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, what is it? Like?
What could you say?
Where do we get to in a space in which now, because of something, you don't want to bother anyone. You don't want to cause a problem. Like, then where is the boundary? And I told my mom, and she was asking me like as a therapist, like, where do you cut that line? And I told her, I don't know. Like at this point, it's like I don't know if we mentioned this last week, the whole Los Angeles thing. Like I don't know if you heard, like the chief of police was like, hey, you know, we're in a state of like danger, so like.
I was supposed to go to Los Angeles for my birthday. I read it. I'm like,
I'm not going over there anytime soon.
yeah, no, it was like the Los Angeles. She was like, oh, basically it's like you guys are on your own when you're out here. So he pretty much
What?
compared it. He pretty much said, right? You know the movie The Purge?
Yeah.
That you have 24 hours to do whatever you want. The chief of police was like, oh yeah, there's like the purge every day. Like crime is
Oh,
that
hell
bad.
no.
Crime is so
In
bad
California?
Los
In
Angeles
California.
that they were like, we will not always respond
Yeah.
to every phone call yes, because
Wow.
we're understaffed.
And here too is crazy too.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you, right, that, like if we're bringing it back to like the whole idea of crime and like and what sentencing is or isn't. It goes back to what I said a few weeks ago. The whole purpose of like bringing in the new program where they call in social workers to defuse a situation is their way of trying to balance, not always doing the
protocol.
because I'm black or because I'm Spanish, like you're going to arrest me or some shit, you know.
Bring the race card up.
Yes, bring the race card up, but that's the fine line, right? And it's unfortunate for this man. Like when I was watching the video, I hadn't watched it because, to be honest, I deal with so many people's feelings and so
It
many
was too much.
many hardships.
This is my
during
first time watching
day
it too.
life That I don't want to necessarily look at this on a daily basis, but just watching that made my I almost teared up. I was like, damn, that guy is so remorseful. Your heart goes out to him, and you have no choice but to be like, I have to look at this from another perspective. Yes, you know, like that female said, like, yes, you're never gonna see your father again, but he didn't do it with a malicious intent.
Exactly.
And I have questions like, can they verify that the brakes
That's
didn't
what
work?
that was
Like,
my
they're-
next thing. How
they,
could
they
they
could
not?
verify.
So they can, but they also cannot, depending on how destroyed the car was.
Well,
Yeah.
supposedly eso estaba in flames.
Yeah,
like
If it was
crazy,
in
like-
flames and everything, you
So, for
probably can't
example,
even
I
tell.
got into a car accident earlier this year, and when I did, they couldn't tell. They
But
were
most
like,
of these trucks have black boxes and
Yeah.
like cameras in them. So
Wouldn't they be able to tell, like, see the camera that he wasn't like revengeful?
right,
and, like,
right. Like I just wonder if there's more.
There was
evidence
no
that
chance
wasn't-
for him. There was
But
just-
you also have to understand that these truck drivers, and what I'm gonna say is because some of my family members are actual truck drivers. In fact, I even drove a truck, but it wasn't like those 18 wheelers. It was like those box trucks. All these trucks have air brakes, all of them. So when you press the brake on a truck, it takes forever for the truck to stop. Before you even get behind the wheel of these trucks, they make you do a full inspection on everything, whether it's the brakes, whether it's the lights, everything. So what I'm trying to figure out is, did he know that the brakes were in bad condition? I'm trying to think that, because if the air brakes failed, he could have just he could have noticed that before he went on the road.
I agree and I disagree.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of.
There's a lot that I've been told about how certain machinery is kind of like moved around. So, for example, you know how like the really cheap flights come from? Those are usually airplanes that were already used to their max, up to according to like let's say Delta or JetBlue, and then they're passed down to this other one. But my thing is, if it's
What to
already
know?
met a certain requirement, isn't that a little
About what?
The airplane that
For
crashed.
Florida movie,
Yeah.
we're actually talk about that
What?
right
Yeah.
now. So,
I didn't know
so
that.
we're actually gonna segue into that. Over the last 2 weeks, like the Latin community has been hit hard. So you know how they say everything happens in threes.
Yeah.
We lost Vicente Fernandez. If you're
Oh, yes.
somebody in your 40s,
Rest in
30s,
peace.
you know
Yeah.
your mom used to clean the house.
Yes.
This was on her. This was on her rotation. We lost Carmen Salinas, which was another great Mexican actress. You will see her from every telenovela.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Rest in
what
peace.
Jenny was talking about yesterday, we lost a tremendous Latin producer, Flola Movie. He's the one responsible for De Mi Vida Te Boté.
Wait, that's the one
He's
that,
the
that
producer.
he
He's the
passed away with
producer.
his whole family.
With his whole family.
Yeah.
His whole family, 2 flight attendants, and
His
the only
son,
reason I
his
know that
child.
is
I read that.
I
Yeah.
only know that because my cousin knew one of the flight attendants on that plane.
Wow.
And my dad flew out to DR last night,
Wow.
and he wasn't. He stayed in the airport for about 4 extra hours than what he needed to because everything was
I
blocked because
believe
the plane crashed
Aneldi was
into
there.
the highway.
I think DJ Aneldi was on that airplane before.
No, that was Adoni. That was Adoni.
Adoni.
So, and again, the people don't let the body get cold before they start talking shit like conspiracy theories. They're saying that he was like into some like cartel shit and that they.
Oh my
Oh
God.
Lord.
That's the conspiracy theories. Like I could show you the actual
Like,
people
for
talking
real.
shit already. Like
Wow, he just
But it
lost
goes back to what you said,
whole
Maggie.
family.
Like, you know, yeah, we can sit here and be like, oh, let's check everything. But you know damn right, when you bring your car to the motherfucking mechanic, that motherfucker will be like, oh, no te preocupes, que uno pone un tape y ya, estamos
I would never go to
Y
them.
ellos pueden hacer eso con un carro.
Imagínate.
¿Quién no te dice antes que no hacen eso con un truck? ¿Quién
¿Verdad?
no hacen eso con un plane?
But speaking of that plane, speaking of,
Claro.
I
know
hear
airplanes
it was a
that
jet,
duct
right? It
tape-
was a
that duct
private
tape their
private
they
jet.
were
right?
they're saying there's I think the brother of I think the pilot that crashed, he was saying something about that plane had a lot of problems when it came.
these particular planes.
But you see what I mean here? Point exact.
This is another thing. If you think about it, right? I guess it's a celebrity thing to be fancy and have your own private jet.
Yeah, I don't
But
believe
how many celebrities haven't we lost due to private transportation, right? Kobe
Aaliyah.
Bryant,
Aaliyah.
Kobe Bryant, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, my baby.
Recently there was this Brazilian, very popular Brazilian singer who also died on a plane crash 2 months ago.
Kobe, my baby, even though
Yeah,
it was
he
a
was in a
helicopter, I know, but still.
And Jenny Rivera, that was another plane.
Yeah.
These particular planes, and it's
Jerry
like
Rivera?
Yeah.
Jenny Rivera died on a
Yeah,
plane
she
crash.
died on a plane.
Oh, Jenny, la
Jenny.
la
Not Jenny,
Mexicana,
not
right?
Jenny.
Mexicana. right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
She was huge. Yeah, she was huge star.
Yeah, and countless others, you know.
Rest in peace, Lola.
Robert F. Kennedy
Oh,
Jr.
he was
Jr.,
beautiful.
it
He
Kennedy?
was such
John,
a-
Was it John Kennedy? Not Robert. John
No.
Kennedy. John Kennedy. Back.
John F. Kennedy.
John
his,
F. John
his
F.
son,
Kennedy Jr.
His
His
son
son.
is Robert.
John F. Kennedy
My mom was
Jr.
in love
I'm
with
sorry.
him.
I apologize.
Junior,
for
who's
messing up.
Junior?
Junior. Kennedy Jr. Yeah, John
Yeah,
Kennedy.
John F.
Yeah,
Kennedy
he was
Jr.
handsome. Rest
Yeah,
in peace too,
yeah.
Daddy.
So you know, and it's all these Cessna. I think they're called Cessna planes, right? Cessnas.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. Is it worth your life?
Tragic.
You know, but speaking of tragic, thanks for the segue because I'm the segue king.
Yes, you are.
Another tragedy is a man shoots his girlfriend and his ex-wife for not. And he goes on Facebook Live, right, and makes a live confession.
What?
What?
Yes, for those of you that
I
don't
was
know,
not aware.
Rajay Sharif Black, a 44-year-old male, recorded himself admitting to killing his former partner Tara LeBang on Saturday afternoon, this past Saturday. He was standing outside the Columbia home of his ex-wife, Wendy Natalie. So long story short, what happened was he was in a custody battle with his child's mother, which is the ex-wife, and she said that he was no longer going to see his child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving this man any benefit of the doubt. I've seen people defend this man on social media, which is disgusting. But I could see it as a father. He was feeling some hurt. Again, I am not defending his actions, but you could see that this guy was pained, right? And you don't know what somebody's mental health
What would
is.
trigger him? Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna tell you what triggered him, right? His girlfriend, may she rest in peace, who's expecting a child as well, also threatened him to say, "Oh, when your child is born, you're not gonna see him or her." So, mind you, this guy's already going through a custody battle. Now you have another woman saying that she's going to exclude him from being in his child's life.
Those are things that you don't say, you don't do.
Because you don't know what the mental-
Exactly.
And again, does that justify him
No,
killing? No, that's why you have
So
the
who
court.
he killed?
He killed his ex-wife, daughter of his
Yeah.
child, and his expected girlfriend. And then he killed himself.
So hay un niño huérfano ahora.
Yeah, there's an orphan, yes. So I'll keep reading the article. I'll give credit to the LAladbible.com, ladbible.com. That's where I'm getting this source. So the disturbing footage sees Black revealing that he plans to kill his ex-wife. He said, "I just did something crazy, man," quote unquote. "I just shot my ex-girlfriend in the head. Yo, felt like a dream. I never thought I would be that guy," quote unquote.
What?
He went on to say that he was upset over issues relating to child custody with both of the women before saying that he couldn't go to prison. Black said, quote unquote, "The person that really started my depression and all of this is my ex-wife. So she next, and I'm going to, so she next, and I'm going to do myself too," meaning he's going to kill himself. "But I just wanted to say this to people. Don't play with people's emotions, man. Don't lie to these men," quote unquote. At this point, he calmly adds, "Oh, here's my ex-wife right now," before the clip ends. So right before the video ends, right before the video ends, his wife shows up, and I guess that's where he kills her.
Oh, shit.
So an
I mean,
update
and-
is added. The children have been, you guys were asking about the children being orphans. The children have been placed in a safe environment and did not witness the incident. Police are not releasing the names, genders, or ages of the children for their privacy.
That's good.
Investigators believe Rajay Black came to Colombia, the state, not the country, after having just committed a domestic homicide a short time earlier in Baltimore. Police in Baltimore identified Ms. LeBang early Monday morning. Baltimore Police Commissioner Michael Harrison said, "This is a terrible, terrible tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these victims."
Well,
Ladies, so,
that's sad.
I mean, you have children, right?
That's
so,
awful.
There's no secret here. I was put through shit, through with my daughter's mother. I've been open about it on the show, but it never got me to the point where I wanted to kill her.
Yeah, but the problem is everyone's different.
Right.
And like it was mentioned earlier, you don't know what the other person has been
And the
through, gone
triggers.
through,
He mentioned
triggered.
depression, mental health.
Yeah.
You have no
Serious.
idea what the person,
not- yeah, we're
I'm
not-
the type of person that says an action has a reaction and a reaction has an action.
Yeah.
Right. So
That's true.
It's just insane.
Poor
So,
kids. I hope they have family members that will take them in and.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, but they're gonna be, where's mommy? Where's daddy?
Of course.
And it's just,
I know it's horrible.
it's unfortunate. Like, men and women, stop using children as pawns. That's just
Yes,
that's so
horrible.
fucking played out.
That's
Like,
the
grow
that's the
up.
that's the problem when
Grow
the
up.
man and the woman have problems and there's kids involved. That's the first thing that they do. Oh,
They use their children
they
as
use
pawns.
they use them. It was like, yo, leave these kids out of it. At the end of the day, you guys made a child. Whatever you're going through, that's your
be
problem. Don't
responsible.
bring the children into your domestic
But
problem.
you know what's the
And not
craziest
only
shit?
that-
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Not only that, a lot of relationships they use children as manipulation
Yeah.
Right.
to get what they want.
Fact.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And at the
Especially
end of the
custodial parent. We're not
I know
gonna
a lot of
blame
people
women
that-
alone. The custodial parent. 'Cause men are custodials.
especially to get
What they
what
want.
they want.
Yeah. I know a lot
And
of
you know,
people
at
like
the end
that.
of the day, they're not realizing you're not harming that man, and you're not
You're harming the
harming that
kids.
woman. You're harming the child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, 100%.
And that's why a lot of these
You're
kids
like
have
literally brainwashing them in such a way that you're not even harming the person. Think, oh, I'm gonna get him by his son, or I'm gonna get him by his daughter, or vice
Yeah.
versa.
Or-
You know what I'm saying? What about the feelings of the child?
What about relationships where they're broken already? One of them want to leave, but the other person keeps, threatening them. If you leave me, I'm taking the kids. I'm leaving. There's a lot of situations like that.
And that's
too.
very sad. Very,
Facts.
very,
very
very,
sad. Like
sad.
it's broken. Let's co-parent. Let's move on.
Yes, but the thing is, a lot of people don't know how to deal with their feelings.
Yeah.
So regardless, the kid, it goes beyond the kid.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to give an example, but am I?
Yeah.
You
why
could,
not?
yeah, go for it.
Um,
Just don't name names.
No.
Mm.
I was
Yeah.
Of
Facts.
course.
Right,
Facts.
right.
And so they were talking to me, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm like so fucking mad because like, why are you gonna yell at me and curse at me because I can't drop everything and do it for you?" And I had to tell him like, you gotta think about it this way: when a person doesn't know how to process their emotions, they're gonna do a knee-jerk reaction. So their first thought is to kind of get mad at you instead of rationalize. Okay, look, I'm really overwhelmed, and this is why I'm reacting in this way. Nobody has time to really sit there and think that way unless you're a therapist and you've been to therapy. Other than that, your knee jerk reaction is to be like, yo, fuck you, don't fucking help me, you asshole, or you son of a bitch.
Right.
Which
We don't
is-
curse on the show, by the way.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah,
that's essentially what she had said to him because he said no to doing something that, you know, he needed because he was working.
Right.
So it becomes like this whole idea of like, can you respect your child's life?
Yeah.
Right.
And what they're doing, and give them the space to be who they need to be.
Yeah, of course.
But the problem is, you know, when kids are minors, right, and they're small, it's harder to do that, right? The kid is used as a pawn to some degree, to either manipulate a situation or to get that person to agree or to kind of like hurt that other person.
Of course.
Right? By either, you know, invading privacy, telling them things about the kid that they shouldn't. And so it becomes this tag team and it's horrible. But
Yep. Horrible.
again, educate yourself, learn how to fucking communicate your fucking feelings so that you can be a better parent.
Yes. Grow up.
Grow the fuck up.
Like
you
for
know?
real.
And you know, sometimes parents don't grow up.
No.
Right, no.
And that's like
That's
the
true.
hard
But
part.
if you realize those are the same people that don't grow as a person because they're in the same spot over 25 years, in the
Yep.
same spot, no growth,
become
nowhere,
stagnant.
nothing in life, and they're boring. And guess what? They gotta find some type of entertainment.
Or drag everybody with them.
Yeah,
Yep.
But, you know, and it sucks because like sometimes when I am doing therapy and I'm talking to adolescents, a lot of the times they're like, "Yo, like my parents will fucking get it." I'm like, sometimes they won't because sometimes they're stuck. And the thing is, you can't change someone. You have to let them learn that shit on their own, even if it's your parent
Yep.
and you love them. You know, sometimes they don't learn lessons that you've already learned.
Right.
Sometimes you learn the lesson faster
First,
than they do,
yep.
and you gotta make peace with the fact that they are not ready,
Right.
and you can't force someone to be ready.
That's true.
And then the hard
Amen,
part
girl,
is you don't
preach.
understand because they're much older than you.
Yes.
So you're expecting, you're older than me. You're supposed to be an example. You're supposed to be better than me. You know, show me how things are doing, not flipping everything around where I'm the child and I got to teach you how to be patient and how to do this and how to do that.
Yeah.
Why is that? You know?
As that meme said that I posted yesterday, why did adults seem more adultier?
When we were younger, yeah, right? My mom had all the shit together. Like
That's true,
we
though.
just winged it. We just winging it. And especially with these babies having babies now, forget about it. Oh, Jesus.
Children, having children.
Yep.
Speaking of having children, segue, Manny. Manny always stares at me with a segue. Like, moving right along. Identical twins have the same boyfriend. Two women have the same boyfriend, and they want to get pregnant by him. So isn't this like incestuous in a way?
That's sick.
Like these two identical women want to get pregnant by the same dude. So they're having you're having a threesome with your identical sister. Oh,
That's
Jesus.
disgusting.
Yeah, they.
Is this the
They're
the
white?
couples that like literally are dating the same guy?
White
and they're
people.
identical twins?
Yes.
They're pregnant?
No, they wanted. They're trying to get pregnant by the same guy.
No.
Like there's.
I mean, technically, you know that the kids will share 50% DNA, so technically they're siblings.
Yes.
Not even
Yeah, so they gotta be cousins,
And
uncles,
Cousins
aunts.
/ brothers or
Ah,
Es un
sisters.
arroz con,
Your mother,
es un
your
arroz con
aunt.
mango.
No, eso es un sancocho.
This shit is
They're
this.
actual siblings by
That's disgusting.
biological
No, thank you.
standpoint.
This shit is gonna fuck them up mentally.
Well,
Yeah.
I think actually, I'm sorry, they're not half siblings. They'll be full siblings because they're if you know anything about genetics, because of identity, like they're identical. So
Yeah.
they're the same. They're actually full siblings.
That's fucking
Wow.
ridiculous.
I know it's kind of fucking weird.
That makes my
That
head
happens
hurt.
with identical twins.
And that's why Jesus hasn't come down to save us yet. He's like, nah, that's Jesus like, yo, this is a mess. Should I go down there? Like,
Nah.
You guys like, nah. That's why they say that's why aliens lock the doors when they fly through Earth. Like they lock their doors. Like
They'd be like, we out of here.
Yeah.
We just swing it by.
Too much chaos.
Y'all can
in that
keep
world.
Earth. We'll go somewhere else.
That planet is ghetto as fuck.
We'll stay on Uranus.
Yo, we're gonna hit this last topic. Shout out to Madam Bullet. We got Madam Bullet coming up at 9:15.
Hey!
So I wish Inez would have been here because this is a good topic. Because I know Inez is like. Have you guys ever worked like in the
I was a
restaurant
server.
business?
Yes.
You were a server. Okay, so
Me
good.
too.
I could get your.
Me
we
too.
could get your opinion on this, right?
Yep.
Worked what?
So
Serving, waiter.
waitress, bartender, all that
Bartender,
good stuff.
yep. I was
The
in that
food
life.
service industry. So we have, I believe it's in Arkansas, right? There's this waitress that was fired
I read that.
for not splitting a $4,400 tip. So
And she did everything herself,
and
right?
she did everything herself. So the owner or I guess the manager wanted her to keep 20%, which
For
I
her.
did the math, which would be $880 out of 4,400. So you going from 5 digits to
And do what with the rest with the money?
right? So explain to me in your situation. You said she did all the work. So how would you go about this being in that field?
Obviously, she has
Hey,
help,
how does
right?
it work? Can you tell us how do tips
Well,
work?
it depends on what the company. I worked in a place where you split. You know, everybody puts their pool their money together, their tips.
Mm-hmm.
So we all work as a team, right?
Yep.
So we all working hard because we want to get, some good tips. Or there's other places that what you hustle and it's yours and you walk with it. So
Okay.
there's two different sides.
Okay, but what's the what's the what's almost like the norm? Like, is it the you hustle for your own money or do you work?
It
as
depends
a team?
on the company.
It
It
depends
really.
on the
I mean,
company.
I've worked in a few places, and I only worked in one place that had pool.
Okay.
The pool aspect, but everyone else was whatever you
You
done
made
for
it
the night
yours.
is yours. You got to but I did tip a couple of people. So you had to tip the busser who's helping you. And I believe some places you have to tip them like the kitchen, like
Okay.
10% or like 2% of your tips you tip, and then the bartender, you got to hit off the bartender.
So have you ever been forced to do it?
Yeah, like you have to. Certain places you have to, if that's what is required in the restaurant or the bar. Like for instance, one of the places that I used to work at, you had to tip the bartender, you had to tip the kitchen guys, and then you leave with the rest. It's not a lot. It'd probably be like $4, $6 here, but it adds up to that crew, because at the end of the day, they do help you. You don't cook the food, you don't do all of that. So for me, I feel like she deserved that money, but she should have also hit up at least the kitchen guys who bust their ass to work on. I think it was a party of.
It was a wedding party, I think.
Yeah, it was a huge, right? It was like 40 people.
I believe so.
Like a lot of people in that party. So I feel like she should have hit up the cooking crew.
So for those that are not familiar with the story, I'm gonna go ahead and the source is the NewYorkPost.com. An Arkansas waitress received a whopping $4,400 tip, only to be fired after her manager made her split it with other staffers. So wait, he made her split it and still fired her? Okay, that's interesting.
I thought she said no.
So the generous gratuity came on December 6th when the waitress and another server worked a party of more than 40 people. I'm not gonna name the restaurant because we're not gonna free publicity at the location. Each dinner party chipped in $100 in tip,
Yeah, there we go.
believing that would go to both servers.
Oh.
We knew the servers were really hit hard through COVID, and it was something that we had come up with to help give back. But the restaurant's manager instructed the waitress to pull the tip, which you said to pull the tip, with her coworkers who didn't serve a large party in any arrangement.
Were they involved helping the party?
She said this was an unprecedented move in more than 3 years working there that they've never pulled before.
I know that's fine.
But to answer your question, like this is one of the establishments that doesn't pool.
But that's fine. But okay, when there's a big party like that, you can't just have one server serving a party of like over 10 by itself. There's no way. You're not gonna give good service. So usually when there's more than a party of 10 or greater, you most likely will have 2 people serving the person, because that's just how it works. It's common sense.
Right.
So if there was another person helping, they should have split the tip.
Absolutely.
They should have
Like if you notice a lot of places also when you're gonna pay, and you're gonna pay. They usually give you the receipt including the tip.
Yeah, yeah.
Within that.
A lot of places.
So technically, if you decide to give them extra cash,
Yeah.
that's like extra tip.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So the waitress was working there for
But did she bust her ass? Was she the one who was only doing all of that?
her and
That's
another.
what I
There
need to
were
know.
two of them.
There were only
So
two.
then they should have split it both ways. If there was another server, why would she get that? That
No,
doesn't
she
make-
got 2,200.
Oh, okay. So they both split it.
Yeah, they split it right here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
so I just
okay.
see the 2,200 here.
Okay.
So they both got 2,200, and she was fired after working for 3.5
Well,
years.
she's gonna sue and she's gonna get even more now.
And she'll
because-
probably get a GoFundMe made on her name, and she'll make a whole bunch more money.
So I feel like okay, they split it. I would have gave the kitchen staff like, yo, here a little $100 for your help, but I'm the one hustling out here too and trying to make sure everybody's good. I get it.
But what I'm trying to figure out is that the manager made her pull the money, and he still fired her.
Oh yeah, for unrelated issues, unrelated to the. Come on, 3.5 years
bullshit.
working.
Come on now.
company, now you're gonna fire-
Bullshit.
Yeah, of course it's
Nah.
bullshit.
That's how it is. I've gotten I've gotten parties like I've met a couple of famous people. They hit me up with $200-300 from me.
Right.
Because I'm the one serving them. I'm not gonna be like, okay, guys, here you go. No, I'm the one making sure they good. I'm the one, you know.
So this was the quote from the restaurant. The server, who was terminated several days after the group dined with us, was not let go because she chose to keep the money. The two other servers who received generous tips that evening from the donators, including one who also received 2,200, are still members of our team. It's
That's
just,
crazy.
yeah, I think.
There's something fishy going on.
Yeah.
No, they're just greedy. You know what it is.
Oh, here
It
we go. I just
shows
mentioned
people
them.
true colors. The greed.
Without reading further, they did make a GoFundMe for her.
Oh,
That
so-
has already made $8,700. Did we just say that? And I didn't even read that till now. So there you go. She has
God works
87
in mysterious ways.
God doesn't like ugly, man.
Right.
God
So-
doesn't like, look at her now. She's winning even
Now
more.
she's winning.
8,700.
I'm
And that's not
laughing,
including
Plus
when
the
she
2,000, yes,
when she
$10,000,
sues.
and plus
That's not including.
Yeah,
Yep.
for wrongful termination.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, she's set for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a.
All the
In
way.
Arkansas, that's a lot of money.
In Arkansas.
Donde?
Arkansas.
It's all right money.
No, but the thing is,
I never been
once
there,
she
never will.
once she sues for wrongful termination, that's gonna
That's
skyrocket
gonna
to
be more
who
than
knows how
10,000.
many.
I'm sure, but you know how long it takes before that money comes.
She should be chilling right now.
She's chilling with the 10,000. Parle pica pollo y parle,
Oye,
parle vainita. ¿Tú supiste?
2x3.
¿Eh? McDonald's, the $3 menu.
Los tres golpes.
So we're gonna take a quick 3-minute break. We're gonna move right along. We have Madam Bullet coming to the table. So we're gonna set up the table. So Jenny, take us out. Pon una musiquita ahí.
Con una vaina heavy.
Una vaina, vamos a ver.
Cáeme
No,
atrás.
hay que llevarla suave. Hey, she put the logo up solita.
Better than
Cáeme
me.
atrás.
But you can't get that from your job. I know these niggas mad, I defeated all the odds. Call me Urban, I'm still balling without taking shots. Bitch, I'm way too fucking hot. Donuts in the parking lot. Super fly like an astronaut. Hoes twerking on a yacht. What's her name? I forgot.
Shout out to Inés L.
Préndelo y apágalo. Ven, dímelo. Ay, yo ya vi. Es obvio que tú mil cosas quieres hacer. Y cuando te hablan de mí, conmigo te las imaginas. Yo sé que es obvio que tú mil cosas quieres hacer. Y cuando te hablan de mí, conmigo te las imaginas. Si yo apago la luz, tú la quieres prender. Porque yo sé que tú prefieres tocar
siempre terminamos dando todo. Y dame lo que tú quieras, pídeme todo lo que tu cuerpo quiera. Y dame lo que tú quieras, pídeme todo lo que tu cuerpo quiera. Si yo apago la luz, tú la quieres prender, porque yo sé que tú prefieres tocar lo que puedes ver. Si entendimos todas las señales, voy a hacerte hasta lo que no sabes, porque yo sé que tú prefieres tocar lo que puedes ver. Así que vente para la oscuridad. Así que vente para la oscuridad. Así que no, así que no, así que no, así que no. Todo, siempre terminamos dando todo. Casi que no, casi que no, casi que no, casi que no. Todo, siempre terminamos dando todo. Si yo apago la luz, tú la quieres prender, porque yo sé que tú prefieres tocar lo que puedes ver. Si entendimos todas las señales, voy a hacerte hasta lo que no sabes, porque yo sé que tú prefieres tocar lo que puedes ver. Así que vente para la oscuridad. Así que vente para la oscuridad. Así que no, así que no, así que no, así que no. Todo, siempre terminamos dando todo. Así que no, así que no, así que no, así que no. Todo, siempre terminamos dando todo. Escucha. Nunca dejé de quererte. Yo nunca te he dejado de amar. Si caché, fue para no perderte. Tenía miedo de perderme tu amor. Lléname de caricias y besos. Quiéreme como te quiero a ti. Lléname el cuerpo de besos. Hazme tuya como siempre soñé. Tus ojos me miraron ciegamente. Tus labios nunca hablaron de mi amor. Tú siempre me abrazabas sin sentir. Tú nunca imaginaste mi dolor. Tus ojos me miraron ciegamente. Tus labios nunca hablaron de mi amor. Tú siempre me abrazabas sin sentir. Tú nunca imaginaste mi dolor. Y dice. Jamás pensé en despedirme. I fought it.
Little bitch can't cook with me if they want food. Say, little bitch, you can't cook with me if you want food. This is expensive, this is red velvet, this is bloody food. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick, cut a nigga up, so don't play with my food. I'm in France now, eating amuse-bouche. Say I'm in France now, eating honeydews. Vegans see me eating meat, they say I don't fuck with you. Up in Costco, I be working, bitch, sample all the food. Now she say she gon' do what with food? Let's find out and see. Mad at me, you know where I'm at, you know where I eat. You in the club just to party, I get paid for comedy. I be in and out bodegas, more I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Drop 2,000 in 6 months, one bitch waste that much EBT. I don't bother Trader Joe's don't bother me. They see pictures of coffee, you know I'm not trying to sleep. Look, I might just grill some babes, I might just make him some food. I might hibachi with babe, my pussy tastes like a cake. He wanna swim in his face, I'm like okay, I'll take the cake with fondant. He buy me cheese and croissants with a cool whip, curvy with plenty to flaunt. Food is just something I want. I'm the baddest in the street. Know you probably heard him beat. Got a bag, whites in my teeth. Don't want plastic surgery. Used to pay my mama's bills. Now I got some time to chill. No, the bros be mad at me. They baby mama wanna feel. Say, little bitch, you can't cook with me. If you want food, this is expensive. This is red velvet. This is bloody food. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick. Cut a nigga up, so don't play with my food. I'm in France now, eating almost booze. Say I'm in France now, eating honeydews. Vegans see me eating meat, they say I don't fuck with you. Up in Costco, I be working, bitch. Sample all the food. If you want juicy corn that pops, I'm a foodie, bought from Ox. Bagels from around the way, the cafe that's up the block. And I just closed my account, turns out ain't rich, ain't rich, ain't rich. I put my hands above your chips, I bet you dip rich than French tip. I say, I take that chicken to go. This shit is hot, check the stove. Mac and cheese glitters like gold. Tell little bitch bake them rolls. I just a roast, shit is cold. I just came up like a wave. I need to fill up on day. No, I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these hoes know that none of they dinners is safe. I go to dinner and steak. Only fat girls can relate. I used to eat on my peas with a potato twice baked. Leprechaun charms, I like frosted flakes. Had to let these chickens roast. I don't think my bro forgot. I just ran and checked my fly, and it drips like butter. Say, little bitch, you can't cook with me if you want food. This is expensive. This is red velvet. This is bloody food. Hit the store. I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick. Cut a nigga up, so don't play with my food.
Shout out to Madam Bullet.
Bullet.
Yo, I think this is the first time a guest has ever sang their own intro to the show.
Like, for real.
That's the first.
Yes,
That shit was
yes.
fire.
Yeah, Inauguration Nation.
Yo,
And then she's talking about food too.
Yo, you had him. Yo,
You had me at hello.
I had him. I had him at, you know what I'm saying, Red Velvet.
Yeah.
Bloody, I had him at Bloody Food.
That's my favorite
I
cake.
had him at Bloody Food.
Red Velvet is my favorite cake.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Before we start, I want to give a shout out to our Spotify listeners and our iHeartRadio listeners. I am your host, Cryptic.
I'm LEDB.
I'm Queen BB.
I'm M. Sosa.
And of course, Alex and Inez couldn't be here today, so Madame Bullet, welcome to the podcast.
Bullet, huh?
Oh,
Bullet,
bullet,
huh?
oh,
Bullet,
no,
bullet, huh?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna kick this straight off because I already feel the vibe. This is gonna be a great ass interview.
I'm excited.
Madam Bullet.
What is good?
Shoot, tell me how you came up with Madam Bullet. Like,
Wow, and I'm glad that you said shoot because it's everything. It's all about the artillery. So
you hear that, right? Madam Bullet, shoot. You see,
so the producer actually asked me earlier, how did you get onto a list? I've always been a performer since I was little. I used to sing in the living room with the brush and the mom and the this and the come look at my shows, pay my tickets. I used to charge my mom and dad the ticket fees and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's hysterical.
So I've been performing ever since I was young. Obviously, I got a real career and I lay dormant. So I was just when I got fired from work.
Right.
I got fired from work, and this was 2010. I got fired from work in 2010. A friend of mine is going to these open mics, and then she says, hey, why don't you come with me? You know, like, you're fun and this and that. And she was like, I know you write. I'm like, no, I'm not. And if I go, like, I was like, my writing is private. And she's like, no, come. I said, well, if I go, I'm going to go support you. Like, that's why you're asking me. I'm not going to go. I'm not trying to compete, steal your shine, nothing. Like, it's your day. It's your first time. I want you to feel comfortable. She said, I will feel comfortable if you do something before me.
Yeah.
Because it was her first time. She said, make me feel. So I just did a spoken word, and then her and I started getting into the spoken word scene. One day, they was just doing, the air was just too heavy, like kind of earlier with the little thing early, even though it was good knowledge. I'm like, wow, she was right. She was going to fuck up the mood. I was
I'm in love with your whole vibe. Like, you're a whole fucking vibe.
But it was kind of like, everything has been a great show, and it was a little bit of a downer. They're like, yo, why don't you do some comedy? Why don't you make something? I'm like, no. I'm funny, like, in front of my friends, bro. Like, I'm funny in front of my
funny.
I'm like, I'm funny in front of my friends. Like, it's totally different than being funny for, like, on stage. He's like, no, but you're funny. Please. He's like, please, I'm dying out here. I'm I'm going to lose people. Like, I'm dying out here. I was like, all right. So I just did a couple jokes.
That's where it came from. I started working with a comedy troupe. Tommy 5000.
That's
Tommy
our
Pena.
boy. Shout out to
Shout out to Tommy 5000.
Tommy's our
Yes.
family, yeah.
Shout out to Tommy 5000. So I was in the group with Tommy 5000, and Tommy had already had his name, but other people were coming up with their names in the group, and the dude was like, "Well, you talk mad fast. You know what I'm saying? And you like." It's like a gun coming in, you just mad hard, so why don't we just call you Madam Bulletfly?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. And then
Yeah.
And then so people, and then I was like, that's perfect. I was like, that's perfect. And then so people, the problem was people were, when I would go on stage, then people would introduce me, and here is Madam Butterfly. And I'm like, no, they're gonna think something else. I'm not Madam Butterfly. I had to keep correcting people. So eventually I just dropped the fly. So and then I just became Madam Bullet, and I got my shit tatted. You know, I got Bite the Bullet Entertainment is my brainchild. So.
Oh, shout out! That's a dope. She said that story in a minute and a half. 10 years, 11 years of her life, and you two talk fast.
I'm like the fucking Micro Machines man.
Yo,
or the nigga that does the auction. You know what I'm saying? Can I get 10, 20, 10, 20, 1, 1, 1? You got one over there, one over there, two over there. Or the nigga at the end of the commercials when they tell you, you know what I'm saying, like when you're looking at all the disclaimers when you're looking at like you're like this life-saving medicine is like may cause dizziness, heartburn, heart nausea. So I'm like the dude at the end. I'm like that. But that's why.
In real time and in real life.
Every ergo bullet, you know, like they come out. Ba, 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 ba.
Are you a Pisces?
I am not. I am a Leo. I'm born on the same day as Madonna, August 16th. That was the same. Then the very next day, Jimi Hendrix played Woodstock to close it out. So my birthday was on an important day. It was on Woodstock.
Okay, because this.
Do you not see her personality?
Yeah, how
No,
she is not.
wondering, like,
She is not a Pisces.
Well, because this table right now is like 75% Pisces.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
We are the shit.
You Pisces are scary.
We get along with everyone,
That
so.
that's very true, though. Listen, that is what I will say. Thank you. Pisces people because they have a good vibe. People love them.
Thank you.
They get along with everybody.
Not everybody though, but
no. If you don't like somebody, you can't fake it. You don't like somebody.
Thank you very much. I
100%.
cannot be a hypocrite.
Right, you
So it's like, you know something, don't press that red button because you're going to get a bomb.
Her face will not allow her to be a hypocrite. I could just see
No,
like
we not. We
I
got
could
you.
just her eyebrow could move ever so slightly, like ooh, she's mad. I don't want to mess with her.
He could tell you.
Yo, I'm liking your whole fit, like your hair. I see the chain, the
Thank
lashes.
you.
Carol G. Hey.
Yeah, that
I
chain
see
is
the
fire.
music tattoo. No, tell us about like your hair. What's up with your? Well,
She got
girl,
the
ain't that
cassette. She has the cassette.
The
Oh, she has a
the
cassette?
cassette and
that's so
Took
cool.
it back.
and the Deltone microphone. And very quickly, speaking of Deltone microphone, we were talking about people who died in the plane crash. Y'all forget, you know, some of the early greats, man. Buddy Holly, Richie Valens.
Yes.
Richie.
Yeah.
Richie Valens. So.
Yeah, we have a lot. It's
But yeah, it's a whole look, you know, like I said, so the whole, it's a brand now. I was first just a comedian. Then I was like, wait a minute, I'm an entertainer, I'm a brand.
You're the whole
You are a
package.
And I guess how these young folks say now, so I'm gonna say it now and shit. Let me, you know what I'm saying, see if I don't sound old and shit. Like,
Girl, you lit.
I'm a whole vibe.
You are a whole
Right how they
vibe.
say I'm
You
a
are
whole vibe.
That's right.
You are a whole vibe. So tell us about Bite the Bullet Entertainment. Tell us about a little bit how that came about.
So Bite the Bullet Entertainment actually used to be called Glitter Rock Life, in GRL for short. So,
Right.
I mean, that kind of stand like glitter. I'm all shiny and glittery, you know, rock because I fucking rock, and you know, life because fucking, you know. So, but that was when
I love it.
So
it's
in 20
crazy that we're keeping up. How are you guys keeping up? Because you guys had the weed wings. Y'all good?
I'm
Y'all
good.
following?
I smoked
Because
before.
I'm good. Okay.
I smoked a little time before I got here.
I'm a happy dog.
Don't listen. That's why people don't like me. You know why? Because I'm in the morning. I'm like, good morning, sunshine, smiles, and glitter.
Oh my God.
But I could also, like I said, I could also be real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. You know, like you gotta switch it up. You can be, hi, my name is Susan. I'm the customer service representative. Or hello, yes. Do you like that? Do you like when people talk to you like that?
Like if you see me, I'm in literal tears.
I could be Lana. I'm from the UK. Do you like that? Look at his eyes twinkling, sir. You nasty bastard.
Oh my God, I love her. Oh my God. So
Queen of
Bite the-
Impressions. So Bite the Bullet came out of
This
my
is
name.
great,
It used
yeah.
to be Glitter Rock Life, and then when my actual name came and everything like that, and then when I actually started getting paid for my service, I'm like, no, why am I naming it something else? And then I'm like, the logo doesn't look right, and then I got my
Your
name, I
logo
got
is
the tat,
fire,
and I
yeah.
actually have this, I have that tatted on me, but it says
Nice.
Madam Bullet instead of Bite the Bullet. And so I was
Yeah.
like, why am I? So I created that because people, aside from me being a comedian, if you read the bio, I do motivational speaking.
Right, yeah, I was gonna, yeah.
Oh, that's
But all the,
amazing.
right, I
And you
do,
do other stuff too.
yeah,
like
I
you
do motivational
community
speaking.
work. Yeah.
Right, I do a lot of community work. I have a nonprofit organization called BTB Cares Relief Foundation, and so we throughout the year we do events, we do drives and things like that, and all of that is just if I'm able to be blessed to be able to work, I'm gonna have to pay it forward and do something for my community. I can't
Amen.
just be
I love
making
it.
money and be like, and look as fly as I fucking do with all the fucking glitter and gold and shit, because people be coming in, you know what I'm saying, all glitter and gold and won't even fucking tip their waitress $10 or $20. Like
Don't
they're
you
gonna
hate
cry and
that?
come.
I
Like
call-
a nigga take out a knot of mad bread, he just be peeling off shit and he gonna leave her like 3 crumpled.
I call them the $5 holla.
Right,
I call it.
right. So if I'm gonna be all funky, fly, and fresh, man, I might as well help
might
people.
be it.
And so Bite the Bullet Entertainment there's a leg of that, which is that there's a leg
And
of
you're
catering.
a full-blown LLC, right?
I am a full-blown LLC. I got my EIN, tax compliant, taxes filed. You know what I'm saying? I don't play
You a
that.
boss, bitch.
I even fucking made a song about that. You know what I'm saying? Called Money Back.
That's right.
That money back refund shit. So, but no, I am totally LLC, and also aside from the entertainment aspect of it, I do everything in front of the camera as well as behind the scenes. TV production, radio
Ooh, I love
production.
it.
I've worked on many shows. Wendy Williams is one of my best clients. Shout out to Chrissy
Wow.
Moreau. Shout out to Chrissy Moreau from Love and Hip Hop too. Her show will be on Amazon Prime December 24th. So, and I'm a part of that. So I do web services, and I build people's web profile. I build their websites. I build their apps for them.
Wow,
I
nice.
get you organized. If you have an office and shit is just falling apart, or you have a store and things are just, so I get clients on track. Basically, what I was able to do, come up out the mud and do it for myself. There's so many people who are in my community who don't know where to go, the forms to file if they want an LLC. What should they do if they're a musician? Should I go to BMI or ASCAP? All those questions that you ask even a comedian. Should I do shows for free? What should be my minimum? So I consult with these
amazing,
individuals and small businesses and to help create small businesses. This month alone, I actually just helped 2 new businesses, and now it was so nice to be able to send them their papers and say, okay, guys, with a nice ribbon and banner, it's official. So shout out to Van Goose Entertainments and Theo Tony's Trucking. Woo! So it's from tip to tails in entertainment. From tip to tails, I do everything.
Nice.
And Bite the Bullet is me. There is no one else. I am a one-woman show. I do subcontract, and I have an independent. I have independent contractors that I do think. Whether it's even again, if I'm doing home office organization, I have to hire somebody, a carpenter, painters, and things like that. But also other entertainers. When I'm putting together a comedy show, the same thing. When I have clients and they want to go on radio shows, shopping them around and having a good relationship with all the different. Shout out to LMP because Lo Maximo Productions, like something I've been listening to for so long. So this is actually my first time on LMP, and they've actually been posting and reposting my thing. So
Yeah,
I
they're
appreciate
awesome.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys who run and hear the shit at the state. Aside from you
Shout out
having me on, but
to DJ. Well, he's not a DJ
Yeah.
anymore. Shout out to Smurf. He's one of the
Yeah,
owners
so-
of LMP.
so that's what Bite
he's
the
a great
Bullet.
guy,
That's
yeah.
what Bite the Bullet is in a nutshell. Did I do it in a minute and a half? No.
Nah, you Tell us about your merchandise. We have a bunch of merchandise on the table.
All right,
With this
so-
dope ass logo.
I like that.
So again, the same thing. People love the tat. People kind of like the. people kind of. I used to. Whenever I do, not even used to. Whenever I do shows, a lot now though. Since COVID, I have been much more behind the scenes. And now that I'm getting older and I finally hit my. And I'll say it. I don't care. I'm dated. I hit my 40th birthday this August 16th
So
this
we
year.
40 right here too.
You look good,
So
baby.
I decided also too. Listen, I love doing this, right? I love this
That's what you got the
interaction.
cassette
I
tattoo.
love, but I don't love doing stand up as much as I used to. I love hosting. I love hosting a comedy. I will host it.
Now,
I
can I
don't
ask you-
enjoy
okay.
It's different.
6,
What?
7 minutes, 10 to 15. I don't enjoy that. I can't.
It's funny.
I can't get a rapport with the audience. I also feel like I'm too. It feels too contrived. It feels like you're doing stand up, and I don't want it to feel like that.
Yeah.
In other words, what is always natural for me became a job. So I prefer more hosting. I prefer more radio more than anything. And I prefer producing, writing, doing everything in the background. You know what I mean? Making,
love that.
because even though, like, I see my name in the credits, and even though you don't see me there, I see my name in the, I'm like, yep, I made that whole shit happen. I helped make that whole shit happen. I helped. So that was.
Go ahead, girl.
Right, you don't need to be in the
Also,
spotlight.
too, I don't, you know, this is the fucking camera. You know, they say the fucking camera adds 10 to 15 pounds. I'm 225 pounds. How many fucking cameras are on me right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so also, too, because motherfuckers don't never catch the right camera angles. They always want to come from under the chin. I'm like, no, stupid. They're like, I'm a videographer. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, you don't know how to shoot fat girls.
Completely agree.
I'm like, push this angle up.
I literally was saying
Up here.
to my boyfriend, I'm like, bro, angles, my dude.
Angle. Just like when you having sex, it's all about the angle. I think you just gotta relate. I think you have to relate. I think you have to relate that to sex. Like, you know what, my nigga? Like, just like taking camera shots is just like having sex. It's all about the angles, my nigga. It's all about.
It's all about the position.
It's all about hitting that right angle.
It's all about the positions.
You know.
Oh my God.
So tell us about the song that you sang for your intro, right? Obviously, it's inspired by Cardi B's. You know, what's the name of that?
Bodak Yellow.
Bodak Yellow.
So,
which is one of her biggest songs.
So as a comedian, before I was even a comedian, I've always done impressions.
Right.
And since I can remember, I'm the remix queen. I can remix any song about anything. It could be about food, whatever. But like, for instance, right? There's this lady, Miriam Hernandez. Even the Spanish, the ballads, the lo balados, right?
Right.
Does anybody remember Miriam Hernandez?
Yeah. I know her.
She has a song. Ay amor, ay amor.
I actually saw her in concert last month.
Right?
Yeah.
Ay amor, ay amor, ay amor, recuérdame. Right. So
Yeah.
and then so I was singing to my mother because both of our bodies hurt and we're getting older. I was like, ay cuerpo, porque me dueles tanto. Ay cuerpo, ay
Oh my
señor, ayúdame. So I do I do impressions, I do parodies. Weird Al Yankovic was one of my favorite. My favorite guys growing up. George Carlin was a big influence on me. Lucille Ball. Being slapstick funny. And so again, I love music. You saw the tat. You asked about the tat. I love music. So that music and dance has always been kind of competing for my first two loves. Writing, I think, kind of comes a close second or third. And so kind of that's where that comes from. And so Bodak Yellow, again, I just thought it was so hard. I loved the beat. I loved it was a girl from the Bronx who came out with some ridiculous, and I've known her, I do not know her, but I've known her as a stripper in Gonza clubs that she's been in. So I'm like, yeah, she made it about the fucking month. She did everything she said she was gonna do.
Right.
She took love and hip hop and used it as she's the only one for me, besides my other client and maybe two other people, who used that platform for what the fuck it was supposed to be, a stepping stone to fucking do her thing.
Stay there.
And so I emulate people that I have a respect for. You understand? I have a respect for what she did. She was able to fucking turn her grinding fucking stripping ass into now what? Yep. She was paid when she was a stripper. Now. She didn't need to be, now what?
Now what?
So, and for me, listen, like I'm not a stripper. She's the last person when it comes to maybe like being, that I can relate to. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not a stripper. I don't live that lifestyle. I'm not a fucking, I don't have like, I have a fly body when I'm naked. It looks alright and clothes though. But so any I even done on the album, I have a comedy album that's coming out in 2022 called Reloaded.
Please come back to promote it. Please come back to promote it.
And so I do Nas. I do a play on One Mic. It's called One Bite. All I need is one bite to eat, 3 scrambled eggs.
We're going to have you perform. Next time you come, because we do performances here, we're going to have you perform, because that's going to be amazing.
So that's where, thank you. Yeah, so that's where that comes from.
We're going to need the wireless mics.
Oh, yeah. So that's where that comes from, too. So all those parodies are things that I've thought up in my head. You know what I mean? Like, just literally being in the shower, just being like, and then I'm like, my brother was like, why are you not laying this down? Like, your shit is hard. It goes along with the, like, you sound like, for a quick second, if you throw it in the club, they're not going to realize it's not that person.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because I have another song, All the Way Stuffed, and I do the Remy Ma part. And
we're going to.
So
the next time you're here.
Actually, shout out to Mala Raines, because somebody else dropped it with me, so I'm removing that person from the song. And Mala Raines, shout out to her. She's going to, from YMVS, she's going to she is going to drop that with me. She's gonna re-drop it, and we're gonna re-release it and do a video for
Sweet.
it. So
Do you have a video for this one?
I don't because again I don't want to do the in camera. So a lot of my videos are gonna be animated with the bouncing ball.
Okay.
So you can laugh, right? And you're like, oh, that's what she's saying. That's crazy.
Okay.
I
So
love it. I love it.
so the next time you're here, I'm inviting you right now.
Whoop, whoop,
It's gonna
whoop,
be
whoop,
all
whoop.
about your album. We're gonna just talk about it. You're gonna perform it. We're gonna talk about the ins and outs of that process because that sounds fun. So now let's talk about your community. Your community outreach stuff. So what are you currently doing for the holidays? Are you doing anything in particular?
I am. So like I said, BTB Bite the Bullet Entertainment. We have a leg of giving back. For me, the slogan is for Bite the Bullet is BTB Relief Cares Fund.
Yeah.
The slogan is because doing good feels good.
Right.
You know how some
Love that.
people say like, oh well, just do it for somebody else. You know what? No, I'm lying. I'm doing it for myself. I'm selfish because it feels good to do good.
Yeah,
I'm a person who subscribes to, even though I'm mad and bullet and I'm hard and give a fuck about it, but I'm the person that subscribes to. It's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
You should help your fellow person.
Yeah.
You should be kind. You should be courteous because then other people will pay it forward and treat you in kind. They will treat you. So, like I said, even though you see how I could come in here, ball of energy, and be all hard, I could still, because that is what we do.
Layers.
Right. I'm like an. Oh, I've got layers. I'm like an onion. Right. That's a little Shrek for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So BTB Cares, what we do throughout the year, we do medicine giveaways, like for people who can't afford.
Wow.
So for people who can't afford, sometimes we get a surplus of certain medical supplies, so we make sure that we offer that. Also food drives, coat drives. Also people forget. We don't forget about homeless, but we only think about them during the winter. We only think about coats, the other things that they need, personal women, their personal feminine hygiene, personal care products. Also, listen, they may be sleeping on the street, but isn't it nice to at least have a pillow to put your head on?
Yes.
Right.
So pillows, blankets, and things like
Socks.
that. New and socks, new and gently used. And so what we have coming up this week, Saturday, December 18th, in the Corner Pocket at 453 McLean Avenue at 9 a.m. It's a SantaCon toy drive. So presented by my client Van Goose Events, presented by Van Goose Events and Bite the Bullet Cares. We're doing a SantaCon. We called it a SantaCon, but we're welcoming anybody to dress up as any festive costume. You want to come as a tree? Fine. You want to come as a Christmas holiday ball? Fine. So, but it's a SantaCon, so we figure too, to get people involved, we want to have fun. And we only really get to dress up on Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, the people that I know and people that I know and hang out with, we like to party and have fun and dress up and do like game nights and stuff like that. So them alongside with me, we're doing some events, and so Friday, December 13th, 453 McLean Avenue at the Corner Pocket at 9 p.m. It's gonna be that SantaCon toy drive, and. Huh?
Is it the Bronx?
In Brooklyn.
No, that's Yonkers.
Okay.
It's in Yonkers.
There's
I checked.
McLean,
I actually have to go after this to go back home and get the decorations and then go there and decorate.
Hustle, girl.
Yeah,
I love it. I respect it.
And so that's what we're doing now. And then we're going to, coming up in February, we'll talk about that later, but coming up in February, we're also going to be doing every month at the Corner Pocket for the next for the next 3 to 4 months. Once a month, we're going to have a cause, and we're going to do some kind of fun fundraiser where you get to dress up, have fun, you bid on prizes. We're going to do maybe casino nights, some game nights. We're even going to have a Friends trivia.
I love Friends.
Right, and so just so you know, if
gotta be
anybody's listening, that Friends trivia is
I'll be
actually going
there.
to be from the questions from the game that they win against each other for the apartment.
Oh my God, I'm
so
in
if
there.
you're a real Friends fan. So,
I have the frame in back of my door.
Oh my God, I love it.
I have the actual poster that they have in there. Listen, I am a friend.
So that's what we're gonna be doing. So that's what I'm
in
gonna be doing in terms of giving back.
That's amazing. I love it. Yes, you are amazing. I am like inspired. Yes. I love it. Yes.
Definitely.
Brings me so much joy in my heart. It does. It's amazing.
So the album's coming out.
The album's coming out 2022. I'm not giving a firm date yet, but it's gonna be. Listen, you can't hold anybody's attention, but there'll be a nice little bonus track in there. You guys be like, oh, didn't expect that. Kind of cool.
Well, you need to be in one of these videos.
So the album is coming back. The album is coming back out. My radio show is coming back. So nice. It's gonna be a lot of fun. again, the merch that I have on the table usually is just, like I said, merch that people are just like, hey, the logo's cool. I would like to have it on something. But I'm going to actually do a full relaunch in 2020, probably spring of 2022.
Amazing.
And that clothing line is going to be called Reloaded.
Nice.
Just like, and that's the Reloaded is also going to be the name of my my comedy album.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah,
Nice.
Reloaded.
Sweet.
I love it.
So, any more questions before?
I'm just in love.
We're in love with you. You are. You're amazing. And it's funny because one quick note before we go, like we met like professionally like 2 years ago. You had reached out to me about having a performer at like a nursing home or something. You remember we had a conversation?
Yes.
And
Wait. I'm trying to think.
We were.
Is it CL or was it the BX? You know what I'm saying?
It was
the
one
other
of the
joint.
BX because you were like, oh, because I don't know. You reached out to me.
Yeah.
You got my.
I remember because a friend of mine used to work there, and that's also what we do too is getting involved in youth centers, senior centers. We go around and we perform.
Right, and then at that point I had just started working with Natalia. So I'm like, oh, I started working with this new singer, and I gave out the information. But then COVID happened, so we never really got to do anything.
Right. So,
but we were actually working on something, and then last month I found out we have a real close mutual friend. Shout out to Sharon. Stitch.
Oh, Sharon Stitch. Yeah, I'm looking at him like, what?
Yeah,
Stitch.
Well, you call her Stitch, but
I call her Stitch, but yeah.
So it's so cool.
Ma que jode is what I call her, really though.
How small?
No, I love you, Sharon.
Because it's funny because I saw you on her page. I'm like, oh shit, she knows Madam Bullet. Look at this small world.
You know what's funny though? I love her hair looks fire. You asked me earlier about my hair. Listen, the hair. I understand that it is not my natural hair color, but it feels like it grows out of my head. So when I die, you better bury me with this motherfucking color. Don't be trying to dye my shit no black. It is this color because I feel I am of the sea. I have a big pull to the sea. I've always swimming is my favorite sport, kayaking and all that shit, any kind of water sport. So I have a very big emotional and spiritual pull to the sea. And so as soon as this color touched my hair,
like
I've
a
been dyeing my hair
mermaid.
since I was 14. But ever since this color touched my head, I felt like it was me. I was like, whoa, I felt like I was looking at who I was supposed to be.
Ooh,
So I don't do it for attention. The way that I dress, the way that it's not for attention. It's not for
you.
men. It's not for women. It's because I enjoy dressing nice. I feel good. I want to
look
bring
good.
that out to the world, and I want to make other people feel good too.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I love that.
I love it. It goes really
girlfriend.
good with you.
Hearts.
Yes.
Heart emojis.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time.
Really?
That's our time.
That's it?
Yes. It's
Can
This
I
was
get
too
a
much-
refill?
Boom!
Listen, this was too much fun.
No, this is
You guys gotta have me back as a special guest co-host. So when somebody gets sick, not that I want anybody to get
Yeah,
sick.
she
but
said.
call me in. I got you. Tap me in, coach. Tap me in. That's actually what I'm gonna be special guest co-hosting on a friend show tomorrow. So
That is so dumb. No, we would
Nice.
love to have you. You're a whole ball of energy, but
and I didn't realize how close you guys are. Like when I saw the address, I was like, that's all the way on the other side. I was like,
That
and then
part of the
and then when I looked at the Uber, I was like, oh, well, yeah, man, that's right there.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
But thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
coming.
here.
Thanks guys for letting me talk.
It
Thanks
is
for
good.
having
I think
me.
this is one of my favorite interviews.
Thank
Like,
you
this
guys
is-
so much.
No, you're a whole ball of energy.
Yes, I love it. Yes,
Yes.
thank you for coming.
Quick
Yes.
program note: next week we're gonna celebrate Manny's birthday. We have no guests. So
Go
This
Manny.
Manny.
by the way,
This man.
Manny
That guy.
challenged you ladies to Jenga as our game
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
On like
So I'll bring the Jenga
With a thong.
With a
I play the jumbo one.
This is, oh,
No, I have a small.
No, the
Anyone
big
got
one.
jumbo ones that we can borrow?
If anybody has jumbo Jengas, I don't have jumbo.
listen. We need to redeem ourselves, and I'm making it clear now. For my birthday, the boys will win.
Where's Ines?
Boo.
We will.
Aren't there?
I
there
doubt
only two of
that.
you guys?
Oh, right.
The boys will win. Aren't there only two of you guys?
Oh, there's three.
No, it's
Oh.
The other
three
producers
boys
are- So
and
that's
three
the setup
girls.
for the show is 2 men and 2 women at the table, and a male and a female, the producer. So we keep it even. No disadvantage here.
No. Oh, okay. Leaves little
Oh,
room
well, now
for
it's uneven 'cause
dissemination.
now we
It's
have-
uneven
we
now.
have a part-timer here now, so yeah. it's
Yeah.
uneven.
Yeah, basically.
So,
Wait, are we 2-0, right?
yeah, the women are 2-0.
We're 2-0.
Yeah.
We're
We need
up.
to. No, we're coming
We're
back.
up, baby.
We're coming back with a vengeance, and this is my game.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
My game.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna crush your birthday.
I still love you.
So can you put that song one more time? Because we need to end the show with that song.
Yeah.
'Cause that-
Madam Bullet, Kodak Brillo.
Kodak what?
Kodak Brillo.
Kodak
Kodak
Brillo.
Oh,
If you
wow.
need help, I'll show you where it's at.
Don't forget, follow me on that. Follow me on that IG at Madam
and Jen did
_Bullet
everything by
MADAME_BULLET. That's right. That shit don't stop. It's called shameless self-promotion. What I learned about being on the radio is like the micro machines, man. You never stop talking. You go,
Okay,
go,
so-
go, no dead
So
air.
here in our screen, we got Madam Bullet.
Bullet.
Guys, you know what to do. Follow.
Yes, follow,
Madam
follow
Bullet.
Madam Bullet. I'll follow you too, my baby.
Thank you.
Yes.
I feel like the Pied Piper.
Oh yeah, we're here. I'm sad. We're gonna wait till next week now.
Got you.
I love coming here.
Boom, that's right. Boom, and I follow everybody. I just don't follow random. I don't follow them Bitcoin account. And I don't follow nobody that's private that won't. Once they do once I request it, you don't answer. It's been 30 days, you don't answer. I block you. No, I block you. Like if you follow me and I request you, you don't want. What don't you want me to do? You're blocked. Or if you have followers and no pictures, you're blocked. If you have Bitcoin, you're blocked.
I should start doing that. I should start doing that though.
Yeah, because you never know. That's how people get hacked. That's how people. Also, too, that's how people who you don't want looking at you and watching you.
You can't control that when you're not. I'm not
Well, you
private.
could, no, I'm not. Thank you. I'm not private. I'm not private, but I am public. And that's the whole thing. That I can't control. So I can control people watching me from other people's pages too. That's why I don't follow.
We need to talk later because I have a lot of lurkers in my account.
So yeah, listen, my identity was stolen. My identity was stolen a few years ago, and so yep, I was almost hit by a car. My identity was stolen a few years ago, so it was a big. So when it comes to people, like when people ask me my real name, or when people do, they think I'm trying to be Hollywood. I'm like, no, did you fucking meet me 5 seconds ago? I'm not trying to be Hollywood. I'm nice. I just don't need to give you personal information. I mean, that's why I'm not on. I want to date. I'm not on a dating site or nothing like that because I just don't trust nobody. Like
That's right. So, Madam Bullet, sing us out. You sang us in. Sing us out. So, little cheese.
where we at?
No, the bros be mad at me. They baby mama wanna feel. Little bitch, you can't cook with me if you want it food. This is expensive. This is red velvet. This is bloody food. Hit the store. I can get them both. I don't want you.
Guys, see you next week. Shout out to Madam Bullet.
I'm in France now.
Cae atrás. Come on, guys. We got caps for sale.
Vegans see me eating meat. They say I don't fuck with you. Up in Costco, I be working, bitch. Sample all the food. If you want juicy, corn that pops. I'm a foodie, buy from Ox. Bagels from around the way. The cafe that's up the block. And I just closed my account. Turns out ain't rich. I put my hands above your chips. I bet you did fresh shit. I say, I take the chicken and go. This shit is hot, check the stove. Mac and cheese glitters like gold. Tell little bitch make them roll. I just a roast, shit is cold. I just came up like a wave. I need to fill up on day. No, I need to fill up the sink. I need to let all these hoes know that none of they did is insane. Only fat girls can relate. I used to eat on my peas with a potato twice baked. Leprechaun charms, I like frosted flakes. Had to let these chickens roast. I don't think my bro forgot. I just ran and checked my fly, and it drips like butter. Say, little bitch, you can't cook with me if you want food. This is expensive, this is red velvet, this is bloody food. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't want to choose, and I'm quick cutting it up, so don't play with my food. I'm in France now, eating amuse-bouche. Say I'm in France now, eating honeydews. Vegans see me eating meat. They say I don't fuck with you. Up in Costco, I be working, bitch. Sample all the food.